going to be with the Division 1 tier within RSF1. It's obviously going to be a Wednesday at 8 p.m. Obviously, we're starting a little bit late. We had some drivers just getting in the last few minutes there. The race leader is going to be joining later through qualifying, so that's going to be interesting for him. He is very far in front, but I'm obviously Alco. As you've known before, I normally do Mondays, but today I'm going to be doing the Wednesdays for Division 1. I'm also joined once again by RSF1 Hippo. How are you doing today, Hippo?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good, matey. You're a bit quiet. Are you able to put your mic a little bit closer? I've got you all the way turned up in the party as well,
Okay, wait.
if you can. That would be perfect. All right, so so as I was saying, while Hippo sorts out that kind of issue or whatever it may be happening, while he's being quiet, so Corey Marshall, league our league leader, I guess you could say, race leader, championship leader. He is sitting on, from last week's race, he was on 165 points. The fact that he won last race, he's going to be sat on now 190 points. Behind him is going to be Pigeon Munch, who has overtaken Nat Dog, and he's now going to be on 96 points. While Nat Dog being overtaken, putting him down to 6th place, he's going to be on 86 points. So it may be, Corey's got it in the bag. It's obviously which race he will definitely win the championship. He's already got it in the bag. Let's see what kind of race he's going to be winning. Due to the fact that he could have some kind of malfunctions, he could DNF, he could, have a bad, he could have just a bad race in general, where he's just down the order. Like today, where, he's going to be joining halfway through qualifying. So we'll see how he does in the race instead of the qualifying. It's good, but like I said, either way, it's going to be a very interesting battle between second and third. The people below Nat Dog is going to be Daff in the Williams with 46 points, but that is not counting from last week's race. Unfortunately, the table on the website is missing last week's race, which is very unfortunate. I got some information of the top 3 just so that I could tell you guys, the viewers. But either way, like I said, so Daff is quite far behind from being in 3rd place, but it's definitely going to be a very, very good battle for the championship runners for 2nd and 3rd. And then hopefully Daff can try and fight his way back. Obviously today we're driving and racing on Silverstone, the Great Britain track. I personally don't like this track. How about you, Hippo?
I'm not a huge fan, personally. However, I know it's a lot of people's favourites and home Grand Prix wanting to do really well.
Yeah, no, I don't understand how people can actually call this a favourite track. I honestly really do not understand it. Due to the fact that, I don't know if it's just me with the setup, but obviously last year's on 2019 game, my setup was good. I think it's just the track in general. I don't like the layout and the pit stops. My God, the pit stops. They're like, what, like a minute and a half long?
Probably.
Maybe? Going into the pits, putting on your new tyres, and then getting out of the pits. It's like, it definitely is like a minute and a half long. It's absolutely ridiculous. You can either make ground or lose so much ground when going into pit stops in Silverstone. It's a unique track, obviously, with me being, English myself and from Great Britain. I should technically, in theory, love this track and like this track, but no, I really don't. Weirdly, last season, I did win in this race, which is very weird to say, but as we just see there, RSF1 Vettel is just the fastest lap, the first lap to be done with a 125.8. What kind of lap times do you think we'll be seeing today?
I don't really know what's good around here, although just by looking, thinking 24s, that's the first lap.
Well, there was going to be the Red Bull of Zizo, but he invalidated, unfortunately. But Rubens, obviously, our com director, our com head. If you don't know what com means, communications, what we're doing today, broadcasting, the way that we're talking to you. He's also a racer at the same time. He's just set the fastest lap of the 1:25.7, which is obviously a tenth faster than his rival RSF1 Vettel. Weird to say, he was in the chat. He was just in the chat before we started streaming. And like I say, I don't follow Division 1. Like I don't, do the comms for our, Division 1. I normally do it for, the Monday type people, so Division 3. And then the Red Bull of Oscar is just gone a 1:26.6, just behind Vettel there in third place. But yeah, so I normally do Monday. So I didn't know that Rubens didn't score any points, but he just told us that he's not scored points all throughout the season, and he's getting a little agitated, and he's just wanting points today. So he's hoping for a really good race today, or at least some sort of points. So I'm going to be rooting for him, and hopefully he can get some. Unfortunately, Adamar invalidated, as well as the racing point of Kid Cudi. Let's see how Zizo is doing. He's just come back on another lap. That means he invalidated again, and he's just invalidated this one again. That's so unfortunate. There's going to be the Williams coming into Sector 2 now for Daff, who is in fourth. Who is in fourth right now in the standings. Hope to make his way up to that third place in the standings. Okay. This one sneaked past me. Sink. Oh, okay. Sink has just passed someone. Who was spun, but Sink has just done the fastest lap on mediums with a 1:25.6. Now this is a bit strange. Last week in Austria, I went on mediums due to the fact that I knew it was going to be raining in qualifying. Daff just going to 1:25.2 there, setting the fastest time and on the sheet so far with 11 minutes still to go in qualifying. That's absolutely amazing by him. But yeah, personally in Austria, I went on mediums into Q1 to see what kind of time I could do due to the fact that I knew it was going to be raining in Q2 or in between Q2 and Q3. Do you think that's what's happening here today, or do you think Rayner knows, or he's just testing the waters to see what kind of lap times he can do, due to the fact that no one can get technically eliminated but one person? Mansell there going a 1:25 flat, setting the fastest lap with 10.5 minutes to go. Well, what do you think there, Hippo?
It is looking quite cloudy, overcast. Could be rain, although I'm not too sure, because you'd think others would do it if it was guaranteed rain.
Well, you would say that, not like I said, like last week in my race in Austria.
Oh. He's just gone into the wall in the side. He just hasn't got the turn and just understeered. And then in the gravel trap, just lost the rear there.
Is there any damage? Yes, there is on his left end plate there. That's going to be either yellow or borderline orange, maybe, depending how much under as well, how much under damage of the wing he's done. Obviously, we can only visibly see the sides. Zizou's not having a great time in that Red Bull today in Silverstone. He's once again invalidated, and he's coming up to his third lap on these softs. It's not the best for him here today. Kid Cudi in the racing point has wished to retire. He obviously feels comfortable. Obviously, we're only losing one person today, so he should be fine. Pigeon Munch, who has just overtaken second place in the championship, so let's see how he does. He's going to be coming up to the line right now. Let's see what kind of time he's going to be doing. It is going to be looking like 1:24, and it is. He's set the fastest lap time so far with 9 minutes to go with a 1:24.9. Absolutely amazing there by Pigeon. Let's see what his teammate can do in the other AlphaTauri. Unfortunately, the other AlphaTauri has invalidated their lap, which is unfortunate to see. Let's see the first. Let's see the lobby host, the first Ferrari, second Ferrari to do a lap time. Obviously, the first Ferrari. Oh! Oh no! Who was that?
That Posty lad and Hush.
Yeah. Posty lad was on the racing line there, while Unity was on a lap. So that will most likely go to the stewards. I caught a little bit of a glimpse, so stewards would, wish to obviously look on the stream, or obviously I'm pretty sure Unity will take it into the stewards there also. So I hope he can. Yeah, he's got 8 minutes to go, but that could have been a really good lap by him. And sometimes, you get those one-off laps. Where like you do really good and then something always like messes it up, whether that's like, you've outbroke yourself or, because you're under pressure, because it's a good lap. That's happened to me a fair few times. IGN Legends, obviously the second Renault on the grid today and on the street, I guess you could say, or on the racetrack. He's just set the fastest first sector according to my map here on the bottom right. Let's see what he can do for the second sector here. Obviously his teammate Rubens has gone on the 125.7 on the softs. He is in the pits right now, so let's see what Rubens' teammate can do in the other Renault. He's going to be coming just past the second sector now. He's going to be coming into the third. He's activated DRS. There's going to be the speed trap coming up, so he wants to get that high-end speed. I believe that's going to be 203 miles per hour as he does reach the speed trap. He's going to be coming to the final few corners here. The last three, it's going to be a very sharp left and then a fast right, and then it's going to be a long right-hander coming up to the final line. Don't want to obviously cut that too much. He's got a big straight. And he has gone 7th on the 125.4, and just 2 positions above his teammate, who's done a 125.7 as well as. Not too bad from the Renault boys there.
Either side of the Alfa Romeo of Rainer at the minute, so looking quite close.
Yeah, Rainer is looking really good, 8th place in the 25s as well on the mediums, while everyone around him is on softs. Obviously, once again, they're not once again, but they're doing the exact same timings, even though that they're on the softs. You never know; they could be sandbagging. It's only Q1, one person to lose. They're possibly not going all out there, not showing their full potential. But what I can say is that Rainer is looking like he's showing his full potential, especially with that medium run. Here comes Sink in the McLaren, setting his time. He goes 10th place with a 125.9. Not too bad from him at all. Not too bad at all. Oscar setting the fastest time there in the Red Bull with a 124.729. That is going to be 400ths quicker than RSF1 Mansell in the Mercedes. Speaking of Mercedes, how do you like their new livery this year, Hippo? Instead of the instead of what I'm mostly like talking about specifics is that there's no arrows anymore on the engine cover. It's now AMG spammed. How do you feel about that? I think it looks nice on track.
When the car's moving, it looks okay. It doesn't look bad, but when it's still, it's not great to look at. When it's still
and under like spotlights, it looks a little bit jagged, doesn't it? I do understand that, but while on track, it looks nice. It really does.
Yeah, when the car's moving.
It's a little bit like the Williams as well. The Williams, a lot of people don't like the new Williams this year, at least the livery. And you know how Twitter and Reddit is. They compared, like the F1 mobile game.
Yep.
And the liveries that you can get, obviously, in this year's game. Apparently, it looks like one of the default liveries that's in the mobile game as well as in the 2020 like basic liveries that you can get for my team. The resemblance is a little bit similar. It's not like to the T and like cross the I's. It's nothing like that, or dot the I's, cross the T's. It's nothing like that, but it is somewhat similar. Unity there going a 125.4.
Yeah, Easton has gone fastest. I think I missed that.
He very much has. Yeah, I very much did. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Gone a tenth faster than Oscar there. Big up the racing points there. As obviously myself, I am one of those. But yeah, so a lot of people, obviously, with the Williams, they, have compared it to that. But honestly, when it's on track, it looks really nice. Besides, obviously, George crashing into Vettel. Or not Vettel, sorry, Bottas. Besides that, it's a very nice looking car on track.
Yeah, it's bearable to witness.
No, I think it looks nice. I think, to be honest, honestly, like it's a little bit like the Mercedes. When it's under the spotlight, parked, it looks jagged. It looks, not as good. But under the racing line and actually racing and driving, it looks fairly nice, and it's totally something different from what the Williams did. At least for the past 3 years, it's always been white and striped.
Yeah, the colours. Just when it's moving, you just see the colour.
Yeah, it's more vibrant. Yeah, I think that's what they was going for this year. Like more vibrant, more noticeable than just a white car.
Yeah. Rubens 8th now, and Aldaf up to 5th, although lots of people have retired.
Very good. I'm just I'm just spectating the only person who still hasn't set a time and also interrupted the Ferrari's lap time. So let's see what Post can do in the AlphaTauri. Speaking of AlphaTauris, Gasly's still doing very well in the AlphaTauris, isn't he? The sister Red Bull.
Yeah.
He's keeping his momentum up from last year into this year, which is very good from him. Do you think he'll ever get his Red Bull seat back? Especially now that Perez is there.
I don't think he will. I think they'll look elsewhere for future drivers.
Possibly.
Is Post Lad's time saying nearly a 7-minute lap time for you?
The what, sorry?
His lap time. It's saying it's nearly 7 minutes.
It's near on 7 minutes, yeah. It's definitely a visual glitch. But let's see what kind of lap time he's coming. He's coming across the line, and he still hasn't done one.
Was that an out lap?
Oh, that was his out lap.
Okay.
Oh, and he spun it. He's done a spinola.
As long as he doesn't invalidate, he can still set a lap.
Well, yeah. Well, I believe. Well, once again, like I was saying earlier, Zizou. I'm guessing that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I butcher your name if you're going to watch this back at SRX. But yeah, Zizou. Like I said, he wasn't having really any good. He wasn't having a good time on this track either, and obviously he didn't go back out on the softs that he used. 3-lap-old softs, which is what we saw him on. And he's retired, so technically the only person that we will be losing is the Red Bull, even if Post doesn't do a lap time. So all Post needs to do is set the slowest lap time that he can possibly do.
I've just realised
he doesn't need to do a fast one. I don't know if he realises that, and he invalidates.
Legends, did he crash? Because his lap time's quicker than people above him, but he's in 15th.
Yes, he
still.
must have then. Yes.
Okay,
let's have a look on the
I
race
didn't
director,
see
shall
that.
we, everyone? I did not either. Let's have a look. Incidents. Terminal damage. IGN Legends in the Renault. Yes. That means... Oh, wait a minute then. That means IGN Legends we lose out on, as well as Zizo. So that means there's only going to be 14 drivers in Q2.
As long as no one else crashes.
But that is very true. That is entirely true. Obviously, Post has not done a lap because he invalidated, but obviously he's still safe and able to go through due to the fact that Ziza was the first one to not set a lap time, and obviously IGN Legends, due to terminal damage, he will not be going through to Q2 either. Obviously, he would have gone through with the time that he set. So that's very unfortunate that he decided to go out again. Let's see what Vettel can do. Did he go faster?
I think he stayed ninth. Yeah.
He very much did. Hello 9 viewers that are here today. I did see 15 earlier, but you know, I'm very sorry that you had to go. If there's any engineers, I hope that everything's okay with the stream and everything. I do not have the chat up, unfortunately. I'll see if I can get the chat up now for you. But yes, so the end of Q1, we have lost IGN Legends due to the fact of terminal damage and then the Red Bull of Zizou. The top 3 are going to be RSF1 Eastern in the Racing Point with a 124.6, Oscar in the Red Bull with a 124.7, and then Mansell in the Mercedes with a 124.7 also. Less within a tenth within each other, the top 3 there. Absolutely amazing. Turn down my volume so there's no echo for the stream.
Do you have to think Rayner did go out on mediums, so if it is dry, it's going to be harder for him.
Oh no, I thought I saw rain specs, but that's just a. I think it's what's it called? What's that thing called? Reflection of a TV screen.
A couple of cars starting to come out. Hush. One of the Alpha Tauri.
Unity Horse is going to be the first one to come out, I believe. Do you wish to, you know, when he does his out lap, go out and do a non-lap with him when he starts his lap, due to the fact that we didn't do that in Q1?
Yeah.
That should be perfectly fine. According to my phone, unfortunately, for any engineers, we're going to be 16 seconds behind due to it's now 13:50 and it's still 14 minutes on the stream. So yeah, we're around about like 10 to 15 seconds behind, unfortunately, guys.
Oh no, Hush's invalidated. Oh, that's going to be crucial for how this turns out.
That is very true. Who's the second? I believe it'll still go through.
Yeah, it's fine. This is out lap.
Yeah, yeah,
it should be fine.
Yeah. So any kind of engineers on tonight, if you want to refresh the stream, maybe that will stop the 15-second delay. It can, or 10 to 15-second delay. That can sometimes sort it out. But if not, then I'm very sorry, engineers. Try and kind of get that time differential when you're in the race. As long as you know now, it's 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the mediums compare with the softs.
Well, let's have a look. For some reason, I don't have fitted on. There we go. So yes, we do have a very spread field today. Oh, there we go, on lap.
So through turn 1, you just have to try and keep flat out, which Hush does. Turn 2 and turn 3, you just got to slow the car down, try not to scrub too much speed, and then back on the power here as early as you can, and just try and keep it smooth through there. Don't want any sudden movements before we come in towards this left-hander, which isn't the easiest to do. He keeps it quite narrow, doesn't quite get an apex before bringing it down to second, quickly shifting back into fourth before getting on the throttle. And then this is where we saw, I believe it was Vettel go off. You have to try and keep it in. Oh, it didn't seem perfect there. He seems to have to lift off a little bit near the exit. And going through Maggots and Beckett's. So just trying to get a good exit as much as anything, which he seems to do. DRS on early, throttle all the way down, and just straight now before you break in for this corner, which is quite quick. You have to try not to invalidate over the exit before we come into the end of the lap. This left-hander for the double right turns in quite early, doesn't invalidate though, but does on the exit.
It's very unfortunate there for Unity. So, the person behind him will be
Post invalid, Vettel invalid.
A lot of people are invalidating, unfortunately. I believe Post is Post while going on board. He spun it again. He's done another spinala into turn 4, I believe. And he has interrupted Vettel's. Unfortunately, not on purpose this time. Obviously, I don't know if the first time was purposefully or mistakenly. But this one he couldn't help, at least, because he spun. That's very unfortunate there for Vettel.
Banana car, banana tyres at the minute. They're 25.5, which looks like a pretty good lap there from Rubens.
Yeah, Reiner just gone over the line, letting all the other cars go through. Just set the fastest lap so far. We've still got 10.5 minutes to go. 24.7 from him. In the racing point of Cudi, he's done a 125 flat. We know that he can go a little bit faster than that, don't we?
Yeah, he'll be looking to push the limits as much as he can, so might not take his first attempt. It might be pushing a bit too much, but he'll learn from it for his next lap.
I believe we've got a racing point, not a racing point, a Red Bull, I believe, coming out of sector 2, coming up to sector 3, but no, he's on a slow lap, so that means
McLaren
not on a lap right now.
Oh wait, it's Hush on a lap. He's just near the end. Oh no, he's in the pit lane. Vettel.
Is that going to be Vettel coming up to the pit line? Yeah, he is. He's going to be 4th with the 128.4. That's obviously not the best one. He obviously got interrupted from post spinning in the 3rd and 4th corner. Let's see what his teammate can do. He's just around the corner. I believe there's also a Red Bull of Oscar.
That's his out lap.
Oscar can do.
Yeah,
Oscar's out lap. Never mind. Let's go back onto Sync, and he's gone 3rd on the mediums at a 125.1. Absolutely amazing from the McLaren driver there. Perfect. I believe Post is also coming around the corner. These tyres, you know, there was most likely screaming, so hopefully, you know, he's cooled them down, and he's gone 6th with a 2 minute 16.7. Amazing time. Beautiful.
Oh, World record. 24/7. He feels he's safe on this first run on the softs.
Yeah, it's a good time. You know, there's only, you know, 8 minutes 40 seconds left. I believe he'll definitely go through. We'll only lose 4 drivers today.
Depends on crashes, however.
That is very true. We've got Oscar now in the Red Bull coming out of sector 2, coming up to sector 3 on the long back straight. He's done the fastest second sector there. He's obviously coming up to the speed trap, and he's hit 204 miles per hour in the speed trap. He's coming around the nice long right-hander there, coming up to the pit lane, the last 3 corners now. It's going to be that tricky left corner, and then the sweeping right, and then another sweeping right to come up to the start-finish straight and see what he can do. And he has gone fastest with a 124.7, which is going to be 600ths from Reiner in second, who has obviously retired due to the fact he thinks and should be safe.
It's consistent with his lap time in Q1.
Pigeon goes a little bit faster on the mediums with a 125.4. That's better from him.
Yeah, slightly quicker than Rubens, so Rubens might be looking at having to go down softs, which still leaves you with a good strategy.
Post, obviously from the 2 minute, he's gone significantly faster, and he's gone with a 1 minute 31 flat. But those mediums will be screaming by now. He's on 3 lap old ones, and he's spun once and also lost a back end, I think around about 2 or 3 times now since I've been spectating him a little. So they're not going to be good for when he starts. He definitely has to either go for one more run and then deal with it. Otherwise, they're not going to be good to start on. He may as well just call it a day after that. RSF1 Mansell getting the fastest second sector there from what I just saw briefly.
Oh, his teammate is invalidated. Oh no, Mansell's on a actual...
He's on a lap now,
run.
But like...
oh,
oh no, was it? No, never mind. He's in sector 2. That tricked
Mansell,
me.
No.
That's very unfortunate there for Mansell. Adam just ahead of him, and
invalidated as well.
As it also. Damn, okay.
I think it's Hush next.
Let's have a look. It's going to be the, I believe it's the Haas of Joe, but he is weaving.
Outlap for Joe. Outlap for Aldaf. Yeah, Unity Haas will be next, just starting last sector.
Okay, no worries, that's perfectly fine. He's not set a time yet. His teammate, obviously, is out of Q1, which was very unfortunate.
Did you have a teammate today?
I think I've seen 2 Ferraris, haven't I?
I'm just trying to think who went out.
Or am I thinking
it
about
was a Renault and Red Bull, so no.
I'm probably thinking about the Alphas. Unity Hush going 6th there with a 125.5. Absolutely amazing by that. Let's have a look here. So, the fastest medium runner is the McLaren of Sync with only 4 tenths away from the leader. And then you've got Pigeon, who's 3 tenths away from Sync in the McLaren, also on the same set of mediums, or same set of tyres. And then you've got Unity, who's only a 1/10 away from Pigeon and 4 tenths away from Sync, as well as 8 tenths away from the leader. So very close with the medium runners, a few tenths here and there. And then obviously a big gap from obviously the fastest soft runners there at the top of the table. For now, at least.
Rubens did go on mediums, although he's sitting on the softs now. I'm guessing he's going to wait and go out late.
That's very true. I believe... Oh no, Joe has invalidated his lap. That's very unfortunate for him. He's obviously now coming into the pits. I think we've got a Williams of DAF coming up to...
He looks a back soft this lap. Oh, is he going for another one?
Maybe so.
Looks like he's going for a new one.
Yeah, it's looking like it. He saved up that ERS. And he's going again. Behind DAF, we've got the racing... No, not the Racing Point. Yes, the Racing Point of Easton, who's about to set a lap now. And then we've also got Vettel, who's also now about to set a lap. Good enough space, so that means Vettel won't be able to get any kind of tow from Easton, which I'm sure Easton will definitely be happy about. We've obviously also got Post, who's ahead of the field, but technically on his outlap. But he is the furthest into the field right now on track.
Rubens coming out for what you'd think would be his last run.
And that is most likely. So let's see what DAF can do. He's coming into the second sector now. He is going to be behind Post. As Post is on an outlap and he is significantly slower, will DAF get disturbed by Post? Like he's done to other drivers. Oh, DAF has gone purple second sector. Unfortunately, Easton. What's wrong with Easton?
He's invalidated and gone to warm up his tyres and just lost the rear. Similar to Mick Schumacher at Imola.
Very unfortunate there. DAF unfortunately won't be getting any kind of tow from Post, but he is most likely going to be setting a nice lap here, which is 124.8, making him third so far. So he's going to be on the second row provisionally. Yeah. We've got the McLaren of, I believe, Vettel that's going to be coming up to the line now. Let's see what he can do. He's going to go 6th with a 125.2 on the mediums. He's going to now be the second fastest medium runner. Sync is in the pits with softs fitted on his car. So
Easton's just come in the pits actually. He might not be able to get out in time.
No, it doesn't look like it.
It'll be close.
He's gonna. I'm sure he's definitely gonna try. There's no harm in trying. Let's have a look. So DAF is most likely going to be coming in this lap. We've then got Vettel, who's also most likely going to be coming in this lap. Post once again is invalidated. He's not having the best time on this track, is he? Unfortunately, Rubens. Let's see what he can do. He's coming in out of sector 1 here, coming into sector 2. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to go?
Oh no, Easton. Oh, he's retired in the pits.
No, he's pits, isn't it?
That's a shame. He just didn't get out in time.
He has gone fastest in sector 1. Let's see what he can do in sector 2. He's just coming into sector 2 now. This is Rubens of the Renault here in 9th place. His previous time is a 1:25.5. Let's see what he can do. He's obviously, like I said, he's gone fastest in the first sector. Let's see what he can do in the second. He's coming halfway through the second now. He's going around. He's going through. I don't know what that's called. Now he's coming through Maggots and Beckett. I believe this is what this one called. I believe this one. Maggots and Beckett.
I think so. I'm not sure what one's Maggots.
Is it the other one? That's Maggots and Beckett's. Oh well, if you know, you people in the chat, you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, or if me and Hippo are wrong or not. RSF1 Rubens not taking the toe there from Oscar, but he's coming round the nice fast right-hander, not cutting that corner too much, which makes it not invalidated, which will be perfect for him. Coming round the nice swinging right, two right-handers here for the start-finish straight. Looks a bit sway there, but sets the fastest lap of the session with only 20 seconds to go. So it's looking like Rubens is going to have provisional pole with a 1:24.6. But let's see who wishes to challenge Rubens. We've obviously got Sink, who is coming up to the second sector now. We've also got a Haas of Joe coming up to the third sector. He's just gone through the speed trap with a 204 miles per hour. He's coming up to the final few corners. Mansell in the Ferrari going a 1:24.3. Sneaked his way past the finish line before I could see that. Absolutely amazing there by Mansell. Let's see what Joe can do. He's coming up to the start finish and he's got provisional pole 24.4. Can anyone answer to Joe here? It's going to be Post. Can Post get it? That is unfortunately not. Pigeon? No, he's too far behind.
No, Pigeon's on a lap.
He is definitely on a lap. But he's going to be Sink, who's gone fastest in the second sector. He's going to be coming up to the third. He's coming into the third sector, coming up to the final corners. He's coming up to this nice, tricky right-hander, and then he's going to be coming into these smooth double rights, coming up to the start-finish. What can Sink do in the McLaren? And he's backed off.
Oh, he wants to start on his mediums. He thinks he's got enough.
That's very true. Mr. Pigeon here, Mr. Pigeon Munch, who's going to be second in the championship now, who's obviously overtaken the other guy who I can't remember, which is unfortunate. But either way, he's coming up to the final sector, coming up to the tricky left-hander. He's going to be coming up to the nice sweeping right-handers. I've said this many times.
He has to set this now.
Few seconds. He's coming up to the start-finish. Is he going to take it? No, he's going to be fourth.
Oh,
Rubens
I think
coming into the pits. Mansell is going to be coming into the pits. There it is. Joe in the Haas has taken provisional pole off Mansell in the nick of time.
I think that if Hush did not improve, Pigeon would have backed off. Then he would have been able to start on his mediums.
Yeah, obviously, you know, medium, I believe it's either soft hards or medium soft softs, isn't it, around here? Or medium hards, but then, you know, if you're going for the overcut kind of thing. But the people who we've lost here in Q2 is going to be 11th place, RSF1 Vettel in the McLaren with a 1:25.2. In 12th place is going to be Post in the AlphaTauri in the 1:25.5, who hasn't had a really good day here. 13th place is Adam, who did no time in the Mercedes. And then 14th place is RSF1 Easton, who also did no time. The top three of Q2 is going to be Joe in the Haas with a 1:24.4. In second place is going to be RSF1 Mansell in the Mercedes with a 1:24.4. And also RSF1 Rubens in the Renault with a 1:24.6. Absolutely amazing for Q2 there.
Yeah, two drivers getting through on the mediums there, I believe, so that'll be interesting to see how that translates into the strategy. Some people might try a one-stop round here, maybe the soft mediums. It depends how confident they feel with their tyre wear.
Soft mediums around here, no tyre wear's too bad. Did you not see last year?
Oh,
Even hard.
Oh yeah, Lewis, yeah.
Even Hards couldn't survive here last year.
You do with a couple of punches to add some spice.
Very much true. Let's will that be happening today in the virtual world of F1? I believe someone has come out first.
Duff, then Rayner, then Pilkey. Yeah, Williams, Romeo, then Haas. The three end garages fighting for position. Also seeing Red Bull of Oscar, McLaren of Kiziwasu.
Did you say it's going to be Daff, Rayner, Joe?
Yes.
And then Oscar? Yeah. So Daff, Rayner, Joe, Oscar, Sink.
And then Mansell and Rubens, and then Pigeon by the looks of it.
Perfect.
2 cars left in the pit lane.
So what I can definitely confirm to you guys is that throughout this season, podium-wise, the drivers in Tier 1, RSF1, Racing League, Corey's had 8 podiums. Easton has had 5 podiums. Unfortunately, he's 3. I'm talking in racing podiums, not not pole or anything like that. If anyone was confused with that one, Nat Dog has had 3 podiums. Pigeon 2. Daff, Daff has had 2 as well. Russell has had 1. Legends has had 1. And then Brad, is he here today?
No, not today.
No, unfortunately Brad's not here, but he's also had 1 as well as. Let's go on the onboard with Daff here. He's obviously coming just past the first sector here, coming into going down this middle straight here. This is very tricky. I love this straight. It's absolutely amazing. You can get so much speed down here, but it is so tricky to get that braking right and not to cut the corner while coming up to this tricky left-hander and then a sweeping tricky right-hander. Then you're coming onto, I guess what you could say, the back straight, due to the fact that this is in sector 2. You can cut that corner like a fair bit, just like Daff has done. If you get the setup right here, you can go, you can go flat out into that right-hander if you get the perfect setup, but sometimes you do have to lift off. And then you've got this little S section here that always sometimes catches me out, especially for this exit here, just like it has done for Daff. Too much wheel on the curb there, unfortunately. So we have got Sink just behind him, who is invalidated. So then we've got Joe, who's also crashed somewhere.
Oh no, I think he's just gone off to avoid.
Yeah, so then we've got, is it Mansell who's next? I believe so. Yeah, it very much is. So Mansell is coming where everyone else has crashed. He hasn't done the same. He puts his tyre on the grass enough for it to not spin. He's going to be coming up to this sweeping right-hander. The final few corners here. He's going to be coming up to this tricky left. He does it very nicely. 2 more corners to go. The nice 2 sweeping rights to come to the start-finish straight. Let's see what Mansell could do, and it's a 124.6.
Rubens can only get 24.8 that lap.
Yeah, perfect. We've got a tour behind him. Yeah. In a 124.8 also. That's only 3 tenths away. Not 3 tenths, 300ths away from Rubens. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's his lap.
I believe we've got Cuddy next coming up to the line. He's going to see what he can do. He's going to go second with the 124.7. Let's see what Unity can do now. He's going to be coming up to, he's done a nice little lock up there. But he is going to be coming up to the final corner, start-finish straight, and he's gone 5th with the 125.1. We know that Unity can go faster than that. Also, we've got the Alfa Romeo coming into the pits, which is perfectly fine, and that is the first stint of Q3. We've got 7 minutes to go.
Oh wow, Duff.
Oh. That he's come out of nowhere. I thought he already did all that. There we go. He's done a 124.6, top of the timesheets, and that is going to be my mistake. He's going to be 4 thousandths quicker than Mansell in the Mercedes there. Absolutely amazing scenes by the Williams driver of Daff. 4 thousandths of a second. How close do you want to cut it?
Oh, Oscar's continuing. Well, he's going to set another lap here.
Let's see what Oscar could do. He's jumped up to 6th there in the 125 flat. Pushed Unity down to 7th place there.
Yeah, Lincoln has said in chat it's 100% a soft medium tyres last forever.
Is the stream okay, by the way, guys? Or is it okay? Are you sure, Lincoln? Soft medium. You can't even do that in. You can't even do that at like Azure anymore.
I haven't raced it this week, so I don't know.
You can't really do soft mediums anymore. Like you could abuse that in like last year's game, on all the tracks, and like gain so much time. But Lincoln, no, I don't think you could do it on this, on especially on this track. To keep up the pace as well as. I don't know.
See what the drivers do.
I'm Division 4, so I don't know. I'm very good at time managing though.
Maybe you should try a soft medium.
Well, I've not had my race yet. My race is tomorrow.
Yeah, you still have time to try it. Yeah, I was in theory racing yesterday, however I didn't in the end.
I don't know if everything's okay on the stream or not. 1 second.
It looks good for me.
I have no clue. Are you watching it? Yeah.
Yeah, I have it up.
Alright, if you're watching it, that's perfectly fine. I don't need to watch it then. I can turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone. Sure that we can definitely get a clear picture and everything like that, and audio. Alright, so we've got two people who still set a lap, which is going to be Sink, who's in the pits, and then he's going to be Joe, who's on his out, and he's going to be out as the second sector coming into the third. And let's have a little bit of a gander of what kind he's going to be doing. I don't know why he's very. I don't know. Is he frustrated? He's weaving. It looked very. Like, I hate this car. Right now, like just chucking it around the track for the tyres.
Magic Marker said it's not the stream.
Is it pausing a lot?
No, 5 minutes and wait session and see.
I was going to say, I thought that like I said, I've already turned off my Wi-Fi phone, so that should. I'm running on the same kind of setup that I normally do every Monday. Oh, Joe's gone fastest first sector. Obviously, he was provisional pole in Q2, so let's see if he can get provisional pole in Q3. Beat in the Williams with a 120.6. He's coming up to the second. He's coming out of the second sector now, going through the S section, Maggots and Beckett's, or whatever you wish to call it. I think it's Maggots and Beckett's. He's gone fast his second sector. He's coming into the sector now. He's coming up to the speed trap. Let's see how many miles per hour. He's 4 miles per hour into the speed trap. He's coming around the fast into the tricky left. He's done a little bit up, but that hasn't seemed to bother anyone. The smooth double right-hander is coming up to the start. Gonna go pole with 40 to go with 124 on.
Looks like a very nice lap.
Tenths faster? Yeah, 5 then Daff in the Williams.
Yeah, I've been told it's buffering. Should we wait till the end of this session, then restart?
Yeah. Well, I won't restart it. I'll just turn down the not the res, but the bits. I'm on 5,100. I'll turn it down to like 4,900 or something. See if that works. Absolutely amusing, absolutely amazing there by the Haas driver. We've got Rubens on a lap. He's coming up to the second sector. Let me just make sure that no one else is on a lap. I do see a Ferrari just above him. No, he has invalidated his lap, so that means Rubens is the next one to cross the line. Oh, no, actually, there's a... No. The McLaren is starting their lap as well as Oscar is starting their lap. Rubens has gone fastest in second sector. He's coming up to the speed trap, 204, as he does go into it and past it. He does a nice, takes a nice line there.
Oh, he's had DRS off. Is he going for another one? Might just be committing to a second run here.
Line, and he has gone fourth. He did lose. He must have lost time either in the first or the last sector there. He did go fastest in the second. Joe is perfectly comfortable. He's like, don't need this anymore. Obviously, you know, qualifying is now over. Oh! Reina, Sink with a 124 flat coming out of nowhere.
With his only lap.
Yeah, legit, the first ever lap he's done as well. Telling Joey, no, or not Joey, but Joe, no, this is my pole for today. It's my race. Yeah. I want to get in the championship.
Yeah, Pigeons called it the end of his session after invalidating there. He's in the pit lane.
Absolutely
now
perfect. I believe Daff is going to be fighting back. No, he's invalidated his lap, so he can't fight back. There's going to be Mansell. Mansell's been showing fast pace. He's gone third, which is very unfortunate. We've got Cuddy, who's gone fifth. Didn't go any faster, unfortunately. Then we've got an Alfa Romeo behind him. Did Hunts just retire on track? Oh no, that's Sink. No, it doesn't matter. That's Sink. Never mind.
There is Hush. I think he's crashed.
Did he crash?
I'm trying to see from Ruben's camera. He's in. It looks like he's in the wall.
He has crashed. That means he'll start from 10th. Well, actually, to be honest, with the time that he did, he would have started from 10th anyway, which is very unfortunate. I believe that is it from everyone. We've got Rubens, who is coming into the pits. That's pretty much it. That's an amazing qualifying. Absolutely amazing there. Ruben's a good boy and retires, you know, getting into the pit instead of actually making us wait. But the top three of qualifying three is going to be our top runners. The pole sitter is Sink Reina in the Alfa Romeo with the 124 flat. We've then got a 10th behind him, which is Joey in the Haas with a 124.1. 2/10ths behind the pole sitter, and 1/10 behind Joe is Sink in the McLaren with a 124.2. And then our unfortunate Unity in the Ferrari is going to be in 10th place with a 125.1, and also not being able to get better at his time due to the fact that he did have terminal damage. Hopefully they can get his Ferrari all back and sorted for the formation. While we load into the game and while everyone gets their setup, what I'm going to do, can you just see the stream again? Is it still jumpy?
Apparently it's 2 minutes behind.
Yeah, so what I'm just going to do, guys, while that is happening,